there's a lot of talk about expository preaching these
sir.
days.
Yes, sir.
And I consider you an expository preacher. And so I just want to ask you, how did you start on this journey of expository preaching?
Well, it was a long time ago now. I'll be celebrating in just a little while, 25 years of preaching. Really, I felt as a younger preacher, then in Bible college, I wanted to be careful because I knew, being younger and even still now, I knew my opinion really didn't matter. And I also knew, and I was taught this by older men, far wiser than I'll ever be, that our opinion will change on certain subjects. So I found that if I just preach the Bible and the verse by verse type stuff, that it was hard to get my opinion in there. I mean, you still can, and I still do, but it was harder to get my opinion in there, especially as a younger preacher, just preaching verse by verse. And so that really began me on the journey. And then there's a couple of books that I was recommended, Power in the Pulpit, other things like that. Not perfect books, but very good books to get you started on a good journey. And I'll say this, I recommend every young preacher at least develop a pattern of expository preaching. Now, God will lead everybody in different ways, different directions, how they preach, how they should preach. But I think, especially as a younger preacher, we ought to stick with the Bible as much as possible. And because we do have opinions, we do have thoughts on things, and it might be right, but we need to be careful how we approach it. So I really believe it was just probably more my age, more of what I didn't know, what I still don't know now, that helped me to discipline myself, just to stay in the Word of God. And what's the Bible say about it? What's Christ say about it? And that really got me started on this journey of expository type preaching.